Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Are you a great leader? What if I told you you could answer that question in the next 5 minutes with 90% accuracy? My name is Bertrand Petyt, and I am the managing partner of Vitruvius Partners Group, the Monte Carlo-based advisory firm providing leadership development, change management, and ecosystem redesign services to corporations and professionals alike. In the next few minutes, I will present you with 3 questions to test your leadership abilities. These have been developed by the Gallup organization based on interviewing thousands and thousands of great leaders to identify their common traits. Now, very few get the right answers to these 3 questions, but the good news is leadership is mostly an acquired skill, and we are here to develop this skill with you. Now on to the 3 questions. But before we do that, just a little clarification on what leadership is and what it is not. Leadership has nothing to do with the title on your business card or the size of your office. Leadership is not about how much money you make or the clothes you wear. Leadership is a philosophy, it's an attitude, it's a state of mind, and it's available to each one of us. Now, as I will quote the 3 questions about leadership, I will pause after each question to allow you to find out your own answer. Don't think too much. Go with your gut's reaction, what your heart and your mind tell you. And then I will provide you the answer that great leaders usually have for each one of those questions. Now, the first question is, as a manager, which would you rather have? An independent, aggressive person who produces 1.2 million in sales, or a congenial team player who produced about half as much? What do you think? Would you rather work with someone who's aggressive but very effective, or someone who's more of a team player but still needs to improve in terms of performance? You see, great managers reply that they would prefer to work with an independent, aggressive person rather than the half-as producive team player. They reasoned that the independent, aggressive person was probably more talented but harder to manage. The team player was probably less talented for the role but easier to manage. Great managers are not looking for people who are easy to manage. They're looking for people who have the talent needed to be world-class. So they would prefer to work with the independent, aggressive person, understanding that this is their role to manage that person. Interesting question, isn't it? Now let's go on to the second question. You have an extremely productive employee who consistently fills up the paperwork. How would you work with this person to help him or her with his admin duties? What do you think? What would be your first approach to resolving this issue? Well, you see, great managers would first try to find out why this employee is filling up the paperwork. Perhaps she's new to the role. Perhaps she could benefit from some training. If they find out that the problem is lack of talent for the paperwork, then they will work to find a solution that enables the employee to manage around her weaknesses for administration and focus on her productivity instead. The goal is here not to start to immediately put boundaries around the admin part of her role, which could be detrimental to her motivation to be productive, and you certainly don't want to jeopardize that. She has that. But rather to go on to, well, why is it exactly that you don't really perform your admin duty as expected and try to work around this while preserving the extremely productive aspect of this employee. The third and last question, imagine the following scenario. You have two managers. One has the best talent for management you have ever seen. The other one is mediocre. Now, you have two openings available in your company. The first opening is a high-performing territory. The second is a territory that is somewhat struggling. Now, neither territory has yet reached its potential. Where would you recommend the excellent manager is placed, and why? You see, I find this question quite difficult, to be honest. I did struggle with this one. Now, great managers would always place the most talented manager in the higher performing territory. The key phrase in the question is neither territory has reached its potential. Now, great managers use excellence as their measure. They know that only the talented manager working in the higher performing territory has a chance to help that territory reach its true potential. Taking that territory to excellence is just as much of a challenge for the talented manager as is moving the struggling territory up above average. Furthermore, the former is much more fun and much more productive. With the talented manager positioned in the higher performing territory, great managers say they would remove the poor manager and select a talented turnaround expert to fix the lower performing territory. Now, to those who would do the opposite, great managers or great leaders offer this cautionary word. Your less talented manager will never make the most of the higher performing territory, and the lower performing territory may well defeat your talented manager. In this case, with the best of intentions, you have set up two people to fail and halved your productivity. Interesting, isn't it? Now, as a last quote, before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. Now, when you become a leader, success is all about growing others. And this was quoted by Jack Welch. I put this quote in here because I think it was also very relevant and also shows that leadership is an acquired skill. So don't worry if you were not able to answer those three questions perfectly. I only got 2 out of 3 actually. Leadership is a path. It's something that you learn, and we look forward to working with you on your learning experience. Now, want big impact? You want to learn more about leadership development or change management? Visit us, Vitrevious Partners Group, on LinkedIn, on Instagram by entering Vitrevious Partners Group, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel where you will receive weekly videos such as this one. Again, on YouTube, enter Vitrevious Partners Group, subscribe, and enjoy the videos. Thank you very much, and have an excellent weekend. Thank you.